Hey there, it's time. I'm going to channel for you. Bring me your questions. Bring me your quandaries. Bring me those things that you've always wanted to know because keep you up at night uh, or because they're mysteries to you and they just somehow rankle. You know, what was the purpose of this? How is that supposed to help my soul evolve? Why is this important in my development? I'm so glad I'm here with you. Pour myself a little bit of a cup of tea so I have a little voice moisture. Good morning, Darla. How nice that you're here again. I love that. All right, we're going to need a prayer to get this whole show rolling. I'm going to kind of open to any page that shows up. Put those glasses back on. Okay. Soul purpose prayer. My sole purposes go forth to bless, heal, inspire, elevate, and dignify the needs and hearts of all women and men. I am divinely compensated in wonderful ways. I know that matter and spirit are one. I look upon money as divine substance, for everything is made of the one spirit. Money is constantly circulating in my life. Money flows to me freely, joyously, and endlessly. I use money wisely and constructively. Money is an idea in the mind of the divine. It is good and very good. Well, that's something to get us started with. I don't know, money is always on my mind. It just sort of seems to be part of the background, the backdrop, whatever I'm doing and thinking and feeling. So I'm wondering how everybody else is doing this morning. What is in your mind? What's keeping you up at night? What do you need to know? Okay. Good morning, Marco. Good morning, Darla. Now, I want to, let's see. I'm going to tune in here. Marco, your grandfather, I mean, yes, your grandfather is here helping everyone, helping everyone do what they do, helping you do what they do. Your grandfather is also directing a choir of angels. They're using the word choir, so that means there's some singing involved. So your grandfather is here singing at the backdrop to your lives. Um, just wondering if for Darla, your mother and Sam, they're sitting up there together. Good morning, Milena. How nice to see you. It's been a while, huh? How nice. I'm glad that you're here. I love it. I love channeling for everybody. It, if I don't channel for somebody, or if I don't do a reading for somebody often enough, I feel like I got to go outside and to the sidewalk and just pull somebody in and say, I'm going to give you a reading. Sit down. It's so much of who I am and such an important part of my world. Oh boy. Okay. So Sam and Darla's mother are here watching. They're watching you. They're kindly and gently and rather kind of undercurrently, your Sam, your husband, who died recently, Darla, is sending healing to you. And it's kind of the way he used to work on certain animals that needed to be gentled down. The the healing that you're going through is a little rough, it's a little unkind, it's a little hard to manage and hard to do. So eh, that's why he's sending it in kind of gently under the radar so that it happens, but it doesn't bother you. Yeah. Good morning, Sheriff Renee Seaver. You must be having a question. You guys, I need a question. I need you to ask me your questions, to kick those in, because that's what makes it all go round. That's what triggers the energy. Otherwise, you're going to get me to hold forth, and it's going to be all about my new class, Body and Soul. It's actually a class I've done in the past, and I'm updating it to really be an Akashic Records healing class. And very valuable, very affordable. It's going to be April 19th from 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. online on Zoom, $154. And you'll get a lot of practice learning how to open your Akashic records. And because we would do a number of processes, I think 4 to 5 at least, Akashic Records processes, inquiring at different ages what certain health issues or body related issues, maybe it was body trauma that you went through, maybe it was a rape or a molestation that you're ready to come to terms with and find peace with. Or perhaps it was, why was I always sick all the time at this period of my life? And there must have been something going on. We'll look at that at different ages and different events, whether they're injuries or illnesses. All of those will be taken into account, and we'll use the Akashic records to discover what was the soul level reminder, a little elbow in the rib cage saying, hey, go in a spiritual direction to make this happen, to make this useful. And that's what the message is. But why are they using a spiritual elbow in the ribs? What is the message? Is it to calm down, slow down, turn within? Is it to begin exploring new spiritual avenues? Is it so that you'll, instead of having all this energy going out, we tend to be sending energy out all the time, trying to muscle the world into shape for us and to please us. And that doesn't always work, and it's very tiring. Good morning, Marie. Nice to see you. Hey. And good morning to all the folks on YouTube who are watching. I really, really appreciate your watching this, and I really appreciate the fact that you've liked, subscribed, and shared these videos. That's got to be in there. So body and soul class will let you get down to the undercurrent levels of what was the message, and what was going on in your life, and why did you receive a message at that time through your body, through some physical experience that you've had in life that was necessary for you. And they're all necessary. We need all of them. There's no getting around that. And the point is, my goal is to have you come to peace with owning a body. You know, some of us have had bodies that have been problematic, error prone, injury prone, illness prone, um, you know, in and out of surgery, in and out of needing care, in and out of pain, in and out of discomfort and inability or disability. We've had things to come to peace with in our bodies. And this class, April 15th, 9 a.m., excuse me, April 19th, Saturday, April 19th, 2025, 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. Pacific time. I'm in the Pacific time zone in California, so you are going to have to manage the time zones yourself. But that is going to be an interesting class anyway, and it's going to be a great way for you to learn to ask questions and receive wisdom and information in your Akashic records. You can become competent in your own Akashic records. There's no reason you can't open your own Akashic records and use them for greater purposes and for educational purposes. And one of the things I love, several things I love about the Akashic records and why they're so useful for these sorts of things is that in the Akashic records, it's energy first, information second. So you may receive an energetic experience more so than an informational experience sometimes. And that's another way that the light gets in surreptitiously, excuse me, the light gets in surreptitiously and does its healing work on you, or loosens up the places where you've had the experience sort of secreted away, especially if it was a harsh experience like a molestation or a rape or some kind of life-threatening event that challenged your physical existence and your body in some very aggressive way that's unresolved, you know, and then you can come to peace with this. The biggest thing for me is to have you come to peace with owning a friggin' body, because it is a chore. It needs care. It needs to be coddled sometimes, it needs to be fed properly, it needs to be rested properly, it needs to be exercised, you know, it has a lot of needs and they're very specific. And you may even find out in a more profound way, what are the needs of your body and how is your body trying to get the message across about what you need for your body. And you know, it's becoming team members, unified body and soul and divine unification. That is my purpose. My higher purpose in life is to help people become reunified with their souls and with the divine as a consequence. So, so that you can be at peace in this walk on the earth, in this body, and be your soul's representative here on the planet, because you all have things to contribute. Okay, let's get some, see, look, you got some more. Oh, here we go. All right, this is great. So Patricia, David, thank you. Good to meet you. I bought your book. We'll start reading soon. Liz, Patricia, this is a great news. Thank you so much for letting me know that you bought the book. You can get the book on Amazon. You can get it at Ingram Sparks. It is orderable through your local bookstore because Ingram Sparks is the main supplier of independent stores and booksellers, and it's now up on Audible. It is on Audible. If you are an audiobook lover, I did do a serious professional recording to get it up on Audible and all the other on the other platforms as well. So Patricia Debbie wants to know, is it a meditation class? We will be using the Akashic Records, and you learn in my book in chapter 2 how to open your own Akashic Records, which are the records of your soul's entire journey. This is all your past lifetimes, all your in-between lifetimes. If you've been studying off-world with a particular group of consciousness beings so that you can grow and spiritually evolve, then all of these things are recorded in the Akashic Records, as well as your physical experience here on the planet in this lifetime. So okay, thank you, Comcast, slow connection, it happens. So we will be using the Akashic Records to put you into a meditative state and to change your consciousness so that you can receive easily from your soul what the messages of your body are, and what the messages of injuries or illnesses or very critical defining physical moments in your physical life. But the Akashic Records, being able to use the records of your soul's entire journey, is so empowering. It lets you heal on a whole new depth and level. The other thing about the Akashic Records is that the healing happens on 3 levels. The first level is the story. What's the story I'm telling myself? Well, I had 3 tubal pregnancies and a miscarriage, and that's why I wasn't able to have children of my own. Therefore, that's why I had to go adopt a baby, and then I had to give the baby back after 28 days because the mother changed her mind. That's just the beginning of the story. There's more to that story. It's pretty involved. But I learned about how involved that story is through my Akashic Records. And that's the point. Okay, so the first level of healing in the Akashic Records is the story. Or what's the story your family has told about itself? Well, we always do it this way. And, everyone should be aware and be thrifty and reuse and all that stuff in ways that maybe you don't use. Other people don't hold as important. So the second level of healing is causes and conditions. Now, going back to the tubal pregnancies, the causes and conditions that contributed to 3 tubal pregnancies and a miscarriage are the fact that I was promiscuous at a very young age, and it was a promiscuous time in life, and I had some long-standing low-grade infections going on in my fallopian tubes that blocked. It allowed there was enough room for the sperm to get through my fallopian tube, but not for a fertilized egg to come down my fallopian tube and reach my uterus and embed itself there and become a proper pregnancy. That's a cause and a condition. And the other part of that cause and condition is that I didn't know how to say no. I thought if some man was turned on to me, I was responsible for that and I had to deliver sex. That was erroneous. I didn't know how to say, no, thank you. I'm not interested. And that's a deep, deep issue. And it's no wonder that it came up in terms of needing a surgical answer via a miscarriage and a DNC that went with that, and 3 major surgeries for tubal pregnancies, you know, and how, and the 6 or 8 weeks needed to rest up after that. Let's see, okay. I'm just gonna do the 3rd level of healing, and then I'll get to your question, Patricia. That's a good question. The 3rd level of healing is at the level of the soul blueprint. How has the soul imprinted me for love, sex, trust, physical strength and well-being, physical presence on the earth? You know, what is the soul imprinting there for that? And healing at a very deep level changes the soul blueprint. And I've experienced it, and I've seen it when I do readings for people, and I've seen it when I do divine energy healings for people. So there's so that people know, and they know, they feel it. All right, so let's see what Patricia Debbie's question is. Thank you for telling your story. Thank you. You're welcome, Marlena. Okay, Patricia says, I've been manifesting about meeting my ideal life partner, but am at a loss as to how to meet him. Can I ask anywhere or anything I should do to meet him? And will this info come up in a meeting, in a reading? My sense of you, Patricia, is that you've really been learning to go within and find your inner truth. And the value of this is that you realize that you are able to manifest what you need, how you need it, in many, many forms. It seems like you've upgraded your financial well-being, you've upgraded your work situation, and you've healed from a lot of family issues and family rules and regs that weren't working in your life, and so you got rid of them and remodeled your own sense of values. And this all makes you ready to receive a partner. Now, when you're thinking of manifesting, start from the inside out. We so often in our society tells us to manifest from the outside in, and it doesn't work that way. And I think people are catching on to that quite literally and quite often these days. So manifesting from the inside out, what does it take for me to be a great partner? What does it take for me to be in a great partnership? What does it take for me to receive the love of a soulmate? There you go. That changed the energy. Did it feel it swishing in from the left-hand side and moving through your body? There, yes. What does it take for me to be in a soulmate relationship? Good. Let that really fill up the entire right side. The right side is more the go outward side. The left side is more the receiving side, especially on women. And so the left side tends to be more the feminine side, and the right side tends to be the more masculine side and the reaching out. Now, let the receiving side fill up the right side of your body. Beautiful. Do you feel that? Even little tingling, tinkling, sparking in the crown chakra on the right side and moving down your right side of your body so that you are receiving what it takes energetically for you to be in a soul level partnership. Wow, I am really feeling this energetically. So I can feel it changing things in the tops of my shoulders, as if you can be upright and more present and bring all of yourself forward. And when you start seeing people, don't bring the demo unit. Like the first date, don't bring the demo unit, bring yourself. Because everything that you try to cover with the demo unit, like the demonstration unit, all that perfect, whatever, kind of buy me feeling. B-U-Y, me, buy me, choose me, all of that covers the richness, the depth, the soul level beauty that you are. And it's important to have that be present, because anybody who is not up to appreciating that in you is not your match. They're not your soulmate. They're not your life partner. They're not someone who can accommodate all of you, or at least 90% of you. There you go. I think this reading has really shifted the energy. It makes it really quite possible. Um, uh, Patricia, you're asking these great questions. I love it. She says, if we join the class, do we need to have detailed questions written out so we know what to ask when we open our records? Any prep work? Well, having my book is really a good idea, because reading chapter 1 and 2 will set you up for a starting and knowing how to open your records. You'll know what the prayer is, how it works, where to plug in your legal name on line 4, because the Akashic records are organized by your legal name. And let's see. And I got distracted by some other detail in my life. Sorry about that. You also will know who the players are, because in the Akashic records, in the prayer, we're evoking certain entities. The first one is the Akashic beings of light, and they are our guides in the Akashic records. They are a group of very high light beings who serve the great creatress, which is their name for the divine feminine. They gave me that name for the divine feminine. You can use whatever divine name you want. It doesn't matter. I'm not looking for converts, but you will be evoking that being. So the great creatress is the other, one of the other players in the being evoked in the Akashic records prayer that opens your records. And the third group is your personal masters, teachers, and loved ones. And these are important. Your masters are beings of high light that came to your side when the divine took a piece of her light and created you as an individual spark of light, as an individual spark of consciousness, as an individual soul. These beings of light, your masters in the Akashic records, came to your side, and they are with you for your entire soul's journey. No matter what lifetime it is, whether it's you're in between lifetimes, if you are doing that off-world star being, extra credit work on another planet or with a group of consciousness beings, they will be with you. Teachers are lesson specific. The masters, teachers, and loved ones teachers are lesson specific. And then loved ones are people you've known in this lifetime who are now dead. And they love you enough that they're keeping an eye on you. And they do so with all due love and curiosity and, respect for your path. And so you will be prepped by reading that chapter 1 and chapter 2. Chapter 1 and 2, they're very important in preparation for this class because you get oriented in the records, and then it's there's even more background in that chapter. Chapter 2 is pretty comprehensive, and it will situate you correctly, so you won't feel like you're, fresh out of the beginners group entirely, and you'll have a sense of facility with opening your records. Okay, let's see. The questions will be in the Akashic processes. This is the reason why. When you open your records, you are in the consciousness of your soul. You are in the consciousness of the Akasha at large, this massive, sensitive, soul level plane of consciousness in which everything you as a soul have ever said, thought, or done in any of your lifetimes, and all the people that you've been in a relationship with and all that, they're always in there with you. Okay. So those are the beings who are evoked in your Akashic records, and you want to get familiar with all of those. All right. And the questions will come up through the Akashic processes because it changes your consciousness. When you open your records, it's a different level of consciousness, and it's really fun, and it's so loving, respectful, accepting. You will feel dignified in your own Akashic records. Okay, we have to do some other questions now. You can sign up on my website for the body, it might be listed as Body Revelations class on my website. I changed the name to Body and Soul just for simplification. And my website is AnnieChannels.com, and I'll put the information in the comments after this, after I'm done making this recording, this video, and so that you can sign up there. It's $154. You really, really get your money's worth in this class. That's important to me. I want you to feel that you've gotten your money's worth. And here you are getting free stuff from me. That's getting your money's worth. All right, Shara, you're thinking of going to Europe, Croatia, Portugal, or a bit of Italy or Bali, or wait till September. I think Croatia and Serbia or Bosnia would be very good places for you to go. There are, I believe, pyramids in Bosnia, if I'm correct. I may have that country wrong, but there are European pyramids that are only now becoming known and have a great energy in them that I think you would really, really enjoy. I think it would, when I see you, Shara Renee, in those pyramids, I feel the energy landing from your soul down into your solar plexus, or not, and even not just your solar plexus, because that's the third chakra, but your second chakra in your uterus and your ovaries, and in this next creative flush, then it will recharge those areas and give you a greater sense of accomplishment and direction, and how to direct your incredible creative energies, because you do need to have expression of your creative energies. Somebody said, Milena says, yes, nice pyramids in Bosnia. She went there. Good. There's somebody you can connect with, Milena, and ask her about the pyramids in Bosnia. Let's see. Let's see what And for Shara, if you want to include Italy in there, that's okay. I'm not feeling a really big draw there so much as Bosnia, Croatia, Serbia. And I think those three countries will be more in alignment with your budget and the the purposes of your soul and the progression and the evolution of your physical body and your physical experience here on earth as a soul empowered human being. That feels really good. That feels very good. Okay. All right, Patricia, Debbie, go girl, you got more questions. Okay, oh, I gotta ask, Shara wants to know, June or September, my ancestors are from those areas. Well, I say June. Sooner than later. Later, there's a complication in September, a travel complication that I don't think would be good for you. I think it may be on our government's end. And I think you're gonna spend a couple of months over there in those countries. I think you would like to be returning late August at the latest, before September arrives. You want to return. So leave in June, return at the end of August. Okay. Now, Patricia, this is a good question. Is the 60-minute Zoom Akashic reading for 204 or 254? Main page says 254, but the link it says 254. Yeah, I'm in the middle of redoing my website, and so you get the price of 204. Thank you for asking that. My scheduling system is ahead of the new website in advance of my launching the new website. And so the current price is 204. And we do it on Zoom so that you have a recording of the reading. My readings tend to be very energetically influential and experiential, and I want you to be able to really just give yourself unhindered to the experience, and you can go after the details on the recording later. You want the energy to become able to come in and work with you. I mean, Patricia, you did a bunch of energy work on this live, so you know the sense of what it can what it happens. So yeah, thank you for asking that. 204 is the price. Thank you very much. Let's see. So pyramids in Bosnia. We get all of the comments. Let's see what this group needs energetically. There is an enormous amount of heart energy coming into the back side of you all, both on the left side into the back of the head and neck and shoulder area, and on the right side into the back of the head, neck, and shoulder area, and even the back of the chest, like behind the heart. You're welcome, Patricia. That heart energy is from your soul and from your masters, teachers, and loved ones, and from all the beings of light that cherish you and assist you. There are so many phalanxes of light beings helping us nowadays. There is no reason for you to feel that you're shouldering the weight alone, doing it alone. You have other embodied light beings to help you along your path, as well as non-physical light beings to help you on your path and to help with healing, especially if you're having physical illnesses or injuries that are on the mend or being mended, or you're researching how to mend them. There are so many beings of light broadcasting love and healing, resonance, harmony, and upping your magneticness. The ability to manifest is on the move. It is changing at this time. Because of the old systems breaking down, we are having to create a new and find our allegiance to our souls and the divine, and find our soul's allegiance and the divines to us as individuals and as collective groups. All of this is being amplified so that the transition from manifesting from the outside in to manifesting from the inside out is far more available and empowered and prompt. So, Patricia, I'd be busy, getting busy if I were you. Get out in the world here. And yes, there could be more that's known about that. But I have the sense that that is what we have for you for today. I hope that I got to everybody's questions, and thank you for being present for all this. Thank you, folks on YouTube. I hope you benefited from it as well. Thank you for subscribing. Thank you for being part of my world. My work is nothing if you're not here to be of service to. Thank you. Thank you. May you have a marvelous, blessed, light-filled, love-filled day. Amen. Thank you, YouTubers. You're the best.